Hi everyone, so glad to have you here. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Lisa-Marie Armstrong, sustainable stylist and mindset shifter, and founder of the Sustainable Style Academy, where I help people learn how to go from being an overwhelmed closet owner to a sustainable style champion. Overconsuming things is the worst way that we as individuals contribute to the global warming problem. If we take a look inside of our closets, it's often a telltale sign of how we've been overconsuming. That's why it's super important to be conscious of what we're buying and throwing away, and that we begin looking at how we consume things and how we can change our habits. Since I specialize in all things wearable, I'm going to tell you about 3 signs that can tell you whether you're overconsuming or not and what you can do to change it. Sign number 1, the shoe addict. You have lots of shoes that you never wear. This is a form of overconsumption. This is the person who buys things that they can't use because it doesn't suit their lifestyle, their style, or their comfort requirements. And there are many reasons for this. It could be that you've been through a lifestyle change, or that you've had a complete change in jobs and don't need those certain kinds of shoes anymore. Some people wish that they could be that person that wears those kind of shoes, but they just simply aren't. Or even that you just simply love the style, but you just simply would never ever wear them out in the community that you live in. That happens, and I know this because I've been there, done that. I've been there. So what you want to do is you want to note what kind of shoes those exactly are. Are they all high-heeled shoes? Are they all sneakers? Are they all kind of shoes that you would have worn in sunny weather and you actually live in a place where it rains a lot? So take a look at those and think about that. I had a client once that when I came to her house and I saw her shoes, I realized that she had an entire closet dedicated to her beautiful high-heeled shoes. She was absolutely obsessed with them. She had 50 pairs of stunning, expensive stiletto shoes in every color with every detail, like little works of art, really. And that the shoes that she was wearing day to day were actually a bunch of scruffy, scuffed up sneakers and flat shoes with none of those beautiful details that all of those other shoes that were in this beautiful closet had. There was no sign of this desire, or this style in those shoes she was wearing all the time. And she had never worn those shoes that were in her cupboard. And I asked her, what are you doing? Why aren't you wearing those shoes? And she says, I have absolutely nowhere to wear them to, and they all hurt my feet, and I just simply won't wear them. So I just kind of look at them, but I just can't help myself. I keep buying them. And so I told her, let's do something about this so you can wear shoes that you really, really love like that. Instead of looking at high-heeled shoes like that, go and look for flat shoes. The flat shoes that are decorative like that. Almost every company that does a super awesome high heel will do a version in flat too, and get those instead and then wear those around. Then you have the joy of wearing that thing that you just are so obsessed with, right? So it really makes sense to not be buying things that you know that the chances that you're going to wear them are really slim, but instead to buy things that you can actually put to use every day or almost every day, right? So sign number 2, the sales and outlet shopping addict. You have clothes and shoes from sales and outlets that you've never worn, and quite possibly they could even still have the tags hanging on them. This, too, is a form of overconsumption. Just because something is on sale doesn't mean that it is good. There is a reason behind things that are discounted. There's a couple things, actually. It could have been a poor shape. It could have been an off color. It could have been off-sized, as in not quite the right size, that the 38 is actually a 34 or a 42. And it could have been simply that it wasn't that great and nobody wanted it. So take a good look at those things and ask yourself why you bought them and why you're not wearing them. Shopping outlet malls and sales sometimes is very necessary for some people because that's the only way that they can afford the clothes that they have. And that is totally okay, and there is absolutely no shame in this. What I'm referring to is the type of person who goes out specifically to go and get a deal. There are people who do this regularly. They go and they hunt for deals. And I once had a client who did just that. She is the typical picture of an overwhelmed closet owner. She had a closet stuffed with clothing that she had got at a great deal in these outlet malls and on sales. While some of the things that she had were also designer things, none of it matched her style or her lifestyle. And this is a really destructive way to build your closet and build your style. So what we did is we had her think about why she was buying these clothes and why she felt the need to get something at a deal. I had her go and see if any of these clothes were capable of being salvaged, if they needed to be tailored, if it was really her color, if she would actually wear it. The things that actually could be saved, we did, and the rest of them, we went ahead and we donated them. And we worked on her style, and we were able to help her figure out what it is that she actually wanted, so that when she would go and look for a deal, she would be able to find discover the thing that she wanted. No label or discount can make ugly look good. So check to see if any of the things can be altered by a tailor to fit you right. And if it's not something that you think that's an option for, then simply donate it. So now we're on to sign number 3, which is the spontaneous shopper. You have clothes and shoes that you've bought that you simply just don't wear anymore because you've either gotten sick of them or they simply don't work within your closet. Buying things without a purpose or without thinking about them first is a form of overconsumption. Just because something is cute does not mean that it should be allowed into your wardrobe. Before you buy things, ask yourself, how many different ways can you wear this garment? Does it really, really fit inside your wardrobe, and does it really, really suit your style? Is it even your color? I observe people doing this all the time. The spontaneous shopper is probably the biggest group of overconsumers. I belonged to this group, and I was famous for going on Zara shopping hauls. A haul is when you buy a whole ton of things, and I would do that both online and in their stores, sometimes days apart from each other. I would come home with heaps of clothing. I mean, just so much clothing. And I think out of all that clothing that I've ever bought from that company, I have maybe 2 pieces that I still have. 2 pieces that are solidly integrated into my wardrobe, maybe three actually, I think it's 3. The rest, unfortunately, is sitting in a landfill somewhere, And that's something I am certainly in no way proud of, considering the fact that Zara clothes are mostly made of polyester. So, but we all make mistakes, right? And we all learn from them. And although every now and then I might buy something spontaneously, I make better decisions now because I am connected to my clothing and I am connected to my style, and I actually take very careful thought about how it could work in my wardrobe. So what's the solution to this problem? Well, consider your habit of spontaneous shopping and what you could do to avoid it. That was the thing I did. I decided I'm simply not going to go on spontaneous shopping sprees anymore. Instead, spend some time shopping in your own closet and come up with new looks for the things that you have already. You should try doing that too because it's a lot of fun. So did any of these ring a bell for you? I know that before my closet meltdown, I was definitely a very solid mix out of number 1 and number 3. Lots and lots of shoes that I never wore and lots of spontaneous purchases. So what it took for me to actually really truly come out of the overconsumption mindset or habit was to change my mindset and learn how to reconnect with my clothing. That is what really, really did it and made the solid change. If you're interested in learning to build a sustainable mindset when it comes to your clothing or anything else, to be honest, then I highly recommend grabbing my ebook, The Sparkling Green Closet. It's where I tell you more about how I went through my closet meltdown a couple of years ago, and it gives you also your first strategic steps as to how you can begin building a sustainable mindset and wardrobe that makes you feel fabulous every day of your life. So if you're a lover of sustainable style or want to become one, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I do try to post videos every Sunday and give you tips and tricks. I have so much planned for this channel. And of course, you can also find me on Instagram and on Facebook. And thank you so much for joining me. It's so much appreciated that you were here. I wish you a beautiful week and really look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Take care.